How's it going, gamers? So we are at 15 wins. I am continuing part 2 for y'all right now, a few days later from obviously the first parts. But yeah, let's lock in today, try and get to 25 wins. That'll be the goal of this video. Can we reach 25? That's going to be very dependent on how good I'm playing and how the matchups are looking. I'm going to be honest, this tournament has not been that good because of the matchups. There's a lot of recruits, a lot of graveyard freeze, graveyard poison, and those are really difficult to decks to beat. But this guy looks like he has log bait right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and wait and see if he gives me more value, which he does right there. So nice log on top of the princess and all the goblins. I'm actually going to go for the expo immediately on this left-hand side right here to pressure him. He goes for the barrel the same exact moment. Now, usually you would think this is good, but he's going to rock it, isn't he? Yeah, so that was actually a little bit unfortunate for me in terms of the timing. Maybe I should have waited a bit, but I didn't expect him to go for a... I guess he probably, it's pretty obvious he's going to barrel after I use my log, right? So it makes a decent amount of sense, but I wish he waited half a second and then rocketed first so I could, at least force him to play defense. I'm actually going to do something pretty gutsy and go for the rocket instantly on top of his tower. Now, I know this is a little bit, it could backfire pretty badly, but I think that a lot of the times in this normal mode right here with no evos, no heroes, no champs, I feel like I'm getting down too much damage early on and then I can't come back. So I'm just going to try and stay as close as I possibly can. And then once we get later in the game, I feel like my defenses are good enough, but I just have to be around the area where I can have the chance of, I guess, winning with spell cycle at the end if we need that option. So I'm going to go for the knight to back like this. And against good players, you're going to need that option like almost every time if they're playing smart. This guy seems like he knows what he's doing for the most part. I'm going to go ahead and grab the king tower activation here. Oh, that's in the front. I didn't even notice. That's my bad. I guess I could have waited on that NATO a little bit more and then NATO'd, but I think it's fine. We still get the king tower activation, which is really what we were going for there, and we don't take that much damage. We're down about a couple hundred or like 130 or something. I'm just going to go ahead and cycle my Tesla the bridge on the right-hand side. Now, this is going to be interesting because no Evo barrel log bait, although it is still really hard to beat. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy or anything for sure. Definitely you have a better chance since you don't have to defend the Evo barrel constantly every like 10 seconds it feels like. So I'm gonna go to tornado on top of this princess right here, and then we can just go ahead and cycle our log. He also goes for his log. Ooh, I'm gonna rocket his tower. Is this too... You know what, I'm gonna do it. I've got to trust my instincts here. He might rocket me back. He does. So now the question is, do I go in offensively or do I just cycle to another rocket? I'm going to go expo on this right-hand side. He's probably going to expect me to expo left-hand side, so I'm just going to go ahead and expo on the right now. He Inferno predicts. Oh, that's a big commitment. 5 elixir down the drain. Literally no value from that 5 elixir. So I'm going to go log as well here on top of that princess and that knight. And now he's going to be in a sticky situation. I'm also going to NATO. I know this is aggressive, but we do get the connection on tower. Beautiful. And I don't think he's going to go for the rocket because he's already committed so much elixir. He's probably going to princess the middle to kill the expo. Yep, that's fine with me. And now also, if you notice, the princess is going same lane as this expo, which also has a Tesla in it, so that's pretty much going to take care of business. I'm going to go log as well. Didn't even need that log. I didn't realize the barrel was in the front once again. I got to get my eyes checked or something, but just going to go knight right here. And now this game is pretty much going to be like, just defend. No need to be an idiot. No need to make any stupid plays. I'm just going to be smart. Let's go for the skellies like this. We can log the barrel once more. And yeah, literally no reason to do anything crazy. We're just going to take our time, make the smart decisions in terms of like what we are doing with our spells mostly. That's the main important thing here. So I'm going to go knight like this. He does princess. Okay, I meant to click that Tesla one tile lower to the right. That's my bad. Kind of a bad Tesla placement. I'm just going to go NATO on this. The reason I'm going to opt to go tornado here is so I can save my log for this next barrel because he's most likely going to be able to outcycle us eventually here. So I'm going to go Ice Boost on top of that knight and the princess, of course. Another goblin gang. I have to log this, I think. I'm going to go knight as well. He's going to barrel probably any second now, so I'm just going to go for the Tesla up top to kill the princess, hopefully, and then I can go for the tornado like this. Okay, bad Tesla. It did not actually kill the princess. I should have put it one tile over towards the middle. That is my bad. He's going to goblin gang again, 1,000,000% at the bridge. Yeah, so the problem with the goblin gang now, and not like it used to be in Clash Royale, is that you can never kill it with tornado, so it's pretty much a lot more annoying against my deck specifically. Same with minion horde. It's kind of the same exact situation, but in the ground form, if you will. So I'm going to go for the knight like this on top of the princess and the knight, and then ice wizard as well. And that's going to be a dead princess here. Only 45 seconds now. Even though we aren't getting any damage, it doesn't really matter because we have complete control of the match. I'm going to go log, and then maybe this offensive expo could cause him some panic here since he's been the one spamming me for the last like 2.5 minutes consecutively or something. So I'm going to go Tesla the bridge once more, I guess, just to hopefully... I think it's going to kill the princess one of these days. That'd be pretty cool. Let's go tornado like this. I guess that Tesla ended up being a complete waste, but it's all good. Only 28 seconds remain right here. We can just go ahead and chill. I'm going to go rocket on the tower and then log on this goblin gang, and he's going to go for the barrel and then princess the bridge probably, I would assume. I'm going to go ahead and drop down my ice wizard as soon as I can. Yep, perfect. Ice wizard is going to kill that princess, and we are absolutely vibing. Let's go Larry's down low, and then rocket plus log takes the tower. So nice, solid victory to start off right here. We're going for 25 wins, so we need to win 10 games with only 5 losses. That's going to be tough, but let's try our best. Up against DJ Shadow Light in this next one right here. Obviously, I don't have any idea what anyone's playing, so we're just going to have to play a little bit more passively. I usually wait a few seconds, and then if they don't play anything at all, I'll cycle my Knight or my Ice Wizard in the back, because I think Single Elixir, although it is bad for Ice Bow in a lot of matchups, some matchups, you could potentially, you know, one mistake from the opponent and punish him. I guess that's kind of how it is with any deck, but he's got an Inferno Dragon, so could be really anything. Lava Hound, Balloon, Graveyard. E-Dragon comes down. Oh, Balloon, I think, right? Oh, please be Balloon Freeze. I honestly have not faced a Balloon Freeze in this entire tournament, so if it is, which it is going to be, yes, this is a very good matchup, but I'm not going to lie, it's still stressful. Like, this is not going to be that easy, you know what I mean? Because he does have Freeze, he's got Bowler, he's got those type of cards that can make things awkward for you if he hits, like, a really nice Tornado, or maybe, you know, overwhelms us with a freeze last second or something for an Inferno Dragon on 1 HP. You know, all types of things could go wrong, but let's think about what's going to go right this game, and that is our defense is going to be perfect. That is the goal. So I'm going to go Ice Wiz the back and take our time. Bowler comes down. Oh, now this is where you make a decision, right? Am I going to spam Expo other lane, or am I just going to defensive Expo because he does not have a big spell, and am I going to play smart? Like, I know it sucks to, like, have to chill early on in a game, but I think it's the right decision right here, and as long as we're not giving him value with crazy amounts of like Bowler rolls on top of a Knight, Ice Wizard, Expo or something, then the Bowler shouldn't get that much value in this matchup specifically. Of course, we always have to be on the lookout for it lining up my tower with a Tornado combination from the opponent as well. That's pretty much going to be his like main way of damage, I would predict, is literally Bowlers on my tower. So I'm just going to, you know, try our best to stop that from happening. So E-Dragon, I usually don't see E-Dragon hardly at all in this deck, but I think it got replaced with Evo Baby Dragon in the actual deck, like in the non-retro mode, whatever you want to call this mode. So I'm going to go Tornado on top of that to kill the Balloon right there. Okay. Knight's going to get a hit on tower. That's big damage. I'm just going to go ahead and rocket this. That's a 9 elixir rocket. I don't know if that's like that good of a play, but honestly, it's fine because we're just going to fully reset. Be down a couple elixir probably here. I would assume. So he goes for the Bowler in the middle. Okay, once again, we're just going to defensive and take our time. Now, notice how I'm not playing my defensive Expo too high, because if I do, that exact thing could happen. He can go for an Inferno Dragon the bridge, which he still does, but now my tower, and also, well, that was kind of an awkward scenario there, but if that happens, usually we can defend our Expo fairly well. To be fair, he did E-Dragon with the Inferno Dragon, so it's, you know, a lot more difficult that way. I'm going to go offensive since we already have a Knight and a Nice Wizard. Let's get a Tesla down. He's going to Bowler any second. Now, there it is. Ooh, Barbarrel as well. I'm going to go Skellies like this right here. He's going to probably freeze if I had to make a prediction on top of our Expo. I'm going to go Log. Okay, yeah, we forced out the freeze with that. Maybe I shouldn't have even logged, and I should have just... I mean, to be fair, I would have cycled my Log anyway, so... it doesn't really change much, but I'm going to go for another offensive. I know this is pretty aggressive, and I don't need this damage necessarily, but if I can make him defend for a lot of this game, I think we're in a good spot. So I'm going to go for the Rocket on top of the Bowler, not the Bowler, the E-Drag plus the Lumberjack. There's the Bowler like we expected, and yeah, Barbarrel as well. So I'm going to go Knight 2. Maybe this is greedy, but I'm going to Log 2. Yeah, that's definitely greedy, Hunter. We get nothing out of that. That's fine, though. We can fully reset once again, and he hasn't even sniffed our tower with nothing so far, so, and he has no big spell, so that's all we're doing is chilling right now and forcing him to play defense. So a Balloon comes down with a Lumberjack other lane. Tesla's going to do a great job of countering that as well, and I would like to grab King Tower if I can with this Balloon. That would be pretty cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and Tornado this as soon as the Tesla dies. That should... oh, the Ice Wizard helped out too much, actually. That was a bit unfortunate for us. Actually, that's a pretty big mistake by me, because no King Tower is a little scary for Triple Elixir, I'm not going to lie, in this matchup, because there's going to be a lot of pressure on both sides. And I'm going to go for the Tesla here on top of this E-Dragon. He's probably going to go Balloon other side or something along those lines. I'm going to go Ice Wiz the back. There's the Balloon like we expected. Now, this is where it gets awkward, right? He's got so many different air units just kind of taking up the arena, if you will. I'm going to go Skellies like this right here. Good defense. Our Tornado was going to be the key to winning this game for sure. I'm just going to play a defensive bow again. There's literally no reason for me to play anything offensive at this point in the game. We just have to trust our defensive capabilities. Now, E-Dragon comes down. Okay, 50 seconds remaining. I don't really know what to do. I'm just going to keep defending for now and look for like a nice rocket or something, but he's not really giving us anything, so that's a bit annoying. I'm going to go for the Tesla up top right here. Make sure that Bowler does not hit our tower from there. No way, right? Wait, what? Oh, the E-Drag hit my tower, I think. That's pretty crazy. Let's go for the Ice Wiz the back. Is that E-Drag going to hit? No, it's not. 30 seconds left. Let me go for another defensive Expo. I'm going to have to defensive rocket here, I think, and then probably cycle back to one more to win the game is my prediction. So I'm going to go for the Knight like this right here. He's really like not giving us a rocket. He finally gives us some value right there. Thank goodness. He's playing smart. Like you can tell he's really good with this deck, but let's just just go for the log on top of the lumberjack and that barbarian, and that should be GG's right there. Even though we didn't necessarily have to do anything crazy, we played it good enough defense. It wasn't the most, you know, spectacular defenses ever, but at least we survived the situations we needed to. And even though I didn't have King Tower, we were still able to defend in triple right there fairly well. Got a nice rocket at the end and pulled off the victory. That's all that matters right now. Okay, we are facing RA in this next match right here. Ice Spirit comes down, and I'm just gonna Larry's on top of that. Now Ice Spirit could be really anything. Log as well. I'm gonna go Ice with the back and see what he does for this. Probably 3.0. Oh, okay. I think it is 3.0. He did an aggressive fireball, so I'm gonna just go for an aggressive play back because he's gonna have to go like Knight plus Tesla plus maybe Archers. Oh wait, what? He has a, oh my gosh, it's 2.6. I'm a dummy. I'm an idiot. That is the worst expo ever. Then I did not realize he was playing 2.6. How did I not think about that? Like, my brain sometimes amazes even me with how little I remember like what things can be. But I'm just gonna go ahead and tornado this to the King Tower. That is definitely not the star we were looking for in this matchup, but like overall this is a very good matchup, so I should be fine, even though we made a pretty big blunder right there. And dude, I was getting roasted in the comments yesterday for saying luckiest duck in the pond. Like, is that not a common saying? I swear that is. I say that all the time, literally all the time, in Clash especially, but maybe I'm the only one. I don't know. I don't know. I've got a lot of weird things that I say, I guess. But just going to cycle my log on top of the Ice Golem right here and see how he does want to play this. I should be fine, like, realistically in this matchup. But let me just go for a Tesla low. I don't want to give him, yeah, an easy Musketeer snipe. Is he going to fireball that? Yeah, he is. All right. So this is just kind of the base 2.6 game where they're always going to play hyper aggressive with their muskies and their fireball consistently. So I'm going to get aggressive with my Expo. We'll see what happens. I don't really know if we're going to get damage out of this. He's just going to kite and hog on top. So I'm going to pre-fire the hog. Well, to be fair, I dropped it at the same time as him because I had no other elixir. But I can just go Skellies. Hopefully that dies before the last hit. No way. That sucks. There's the Hog Rider on 1 HP for you, but that's all right. It is what it is. We're in double almost, and once we get to double, I can just pretty much rocket cycle him the whole game because, as you can see from that interaction, the Expo is... How do we word this in a nice way? The value's not there in this matchup. Let's just put it like that, offensively. So there's not really much of a point to go for it in that manner most of the time. But I'm just going to cycle my log like this. He's playing actually pretty weird. He's going Ice Golem Hog to back already, which is a bit interesting. He goes for the Muskie as well. I'm going to go Ice Wiz on top of that. Oh my goodness, I lagged right there. I don't know if y'all saw that. That was like a half second of lag, but it almost cost me low-key. One little interaction could change the entire game, rather. I can't speak English, apparently. Let's go for the log like this and then Tesla the middle of the map so we cannot fireball the Tesla in the tower, of course. And he's going to fireball my tower. That's completely fine with me. You guys know what time it is. Rocket party on the tower. Pretty much that's all this matchup is, unfortunately for him, but also, you know, unfortunately for me, because I want to play offensively as well, but I know the correct way to play this is not that way, so I'm going to go Ice Wiz here. Oh my goodness, what? Okay, he goes other lane Hog. I couldn't predict this guy at all. He's got some very weird plays. Let's go log like this, and then I guess I'll just go for the Tesla late on top of this Hog Rider. That should be fine right there. He's back to another Hog already, which is kind of crazy. Let's go for the Ice Wiz on top of this Musketeer. It's going to die, but I can just go for the Knight as well to DPS that down a bit faster, and all things considered, like, we should be fine here in this situation. I'm going to go defensive expo as well on top of that, or not on top of anything, but just like sitting here in the middle of the map, you know what I mean? So it's just going to get this value and make things awkward for him. I'm also going to Tesla here. I know he doesn't want to fireball that. That's like the last thing he wants to do because he wants to fireball my tower only at this point in the game. So I'm just going to go ahead and rocket his tower since, of course, he goes for the fireball on mine. There's absolutely no reason I shouldn't be going for the rocket on his. And I feel a little bit bad in this matchup just because, like, there's no way he can win if I play well. But I guess, you know, to be fair, one bad defense of a muskie or one misclick could cost me the game, so it's not like it's just going to be GG's instantly. Let's go for the Tesla up. Oh, man, I meant to put that one tile higher because now he's going to fireball. That's my bad, I guess. Right there. So yeah, fireball comes down on the Tesla. It always hits it when it's underground. I swear that the fireball has, like, you know, aimbot against the Tesla when it's going invisible. But let's go for the Knight up top right here and then Tesla on top of the Musketeer as well. Let's predict the cannon just in case he plays it at the bridge on top of my Tesla. Beautiful. Nice. That's a really good prediction, actually. And you know what? Let's get aggressive with a rocket tornado here. I don't know if this is, you know, that good of a play, but I think it's fine. 45 seconds. Ice Wiz should do a decent job of cleaning this up for the most part. I can go for the low Tesla. He's going to fireball that, I would assume. Yes, indeed. So another Hog's going to be coming down any moment now. There it is. Let's go Larry's down low. Let's go for the Knight. I'm actually going to go for a weird play here. Go for the tornado towards the middle so we can actually kill the Muskie and the Hog at the same time. I don't want to deal with that Musketeer any longer, so we can just rocket on the tower right here. And only 25 seconds remain. Absolutely no way that I can choke this game, right, guys? Right, guys. Yeah, okay. We're we're good. We're good. I kind of had to second guess myself for a second there. But let's just go for the Ice Fizz on top of the Hog Rider. I'm going to NATO to be safe. I do not want to take chances. Then we can go for the Tesla up top and go for the Log. Actually, I'm just going to Rocket. There's no point to Log since this game is already over. I guess, to be fair, it doesn't matter because he wouldn't have been able to take my tower anyway. But GG's, nice matchup right there. Really not much he could do, but you know, I'll definitely take a good matchup in this tournament. I've gotten a lot of hard ones, so it's nice to have an easy one every once in a while for sure. Okay, facing Mike'ish in this next match right here, we're going to see what he is playing. I honestly don't even know, but everybody wants to play passive today, apparently. Like, nobody wants to make the first move. I guess that's that's fine with me. I'll just go ahead and cycle my Log. Now, a Knight comes down. All right. I don't know anymore, because every time I think it's Expo, it's something else, so I'm not going to assume it's 3.0 Expo. It could be Icebo, who knows? I have not played a single mirror matchup in this entire tournament, by the way, and I've played, like, hundreds of games, or, like, probably, like, 100 games, at this point, so that's kind of sad, but maybe one day you guys will push up and match me in these tournaments. But I'm just gonna go for the Expo like this right here. Also, I would never recommend anyone to play Icebo. Let me get that out there and clear. It's a horrible deck, but it's fun to play. So I'm gonna go ahead and just let that die. It is Splashard, not Icebo, unfortunately, from the opponent. So Barbell comes down. I guess I'll Log. Do we get any Expo damage off that? We get one tick. I mean, maybe it was worth it. Is one tick of an Expo more damage than a Log? I think it is, because Log is only 35 damage on tournament standard. So I'm just going to go Ice with the back. Technically, it was worth it. That's what I'm saying here. I'm definitely not coping with myself that was a horrible play. But just going to go for the Knight on the side right here and see how he does once to play this situation. Now, bridge fights are everything in this matchup. Even with the Evos and stuff, it's going to all come down to, like, can you win the bridge fight and not allow them to get a massive graveyard push? I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. He's probably going to Baby Dragon, I would assume, or something like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop down my... you know what? I'm going to Expo like this right here. I want to force out the poison. I'm also going to Log the Ice Wizard and that Tombstone. That's pretty good value. So I'm going to go Ice Wizard again like this right now. And then Skelly's on top of that Barbarian Barrel. He has another Ice Wizard already. What the heck? Okay, all things considered, we didn't get, like, anything out of that, but it's all good, I guess. To be fair, he does, you know, have a pretty good defensive deck, so it's going to be hard for us to actually get that damage and that one breakthrough we're looking for, but we definitely are looking for just one good Expo lock, or even, like, 500 damage from the Expo is all I'm asking for. Is that too much to ask for? I feel like I'm on Shark Tank and asking for a deal right now. I'm going to go for the Knight like this, Log down low on top of the graveyard as well, and I can just drop the Ice Wizard in the exact moment the Skelly spawns on the inside tile. That is satisfying. Let's go. Please poison that, sir. I would be very happy if you did, because it would make it so I can actually go offensive. Okay, I'm surprised he did that poison. That was very aggressive. Usually Splashard players are very defensive orientated for the most part. Now, obviously, wait, he has to defend that Knight in the Ice was he just sold, I think, yeah. I'm pretty sure, at least. So a poison already comes down. Are we playing 2.6 cycle or graveyard? What the heck? Okay, what the heck is happening? I don't even know. I'm just going to Expo again because he poisoned already. So maybe I can get a Tornado on the Knight, potentially. He's going to go for the Tombstone, and then obviously Knight's going to come down. So I'm just going to go for an early Tesla on this. I think, honestly, the best method is just spam the heck out of this guy with Expos as much as humanly possible in this situation. Let's go Larry's Log. That's perfect. And then Ice was going to die as well. Let's go NATO to kill that faster, and that's going to be a huge lock on the tower. A very late poison comes down from the opponent, and once again, since he just poisoned, you know what's going to happen. Rip an Expo, rip a Tesla, and we just literally, all I'm doing is pressuring him the whole game. So he can't get a graveyard push. That's like all I'm thinking. If he does Knight this lane, I can kite his Knight. Now he goes same lane Knight. So I'm going to go Ice Wiz like this right here. Now Clash Royale League is on Saturday. Today's Thursday, like evening-ish when I'm recording this. I'm probably going to be doing a video on Clash Royale League in a few days, which I'm pretty excited for. We'll see if I can play well in that. I've been playing a lot of Clash, so who knows? I just need to be playing good on the day of the tournament. But just going to go ahead and Tesla that right there, and then I can just go for the Expo as well. Actually, is that game? Nah, we need more damage. 25 plus 35 is 60, and then Rocket, I think actually all my spells will take, but I want to get the Expo lock just for more, you know, swag points, and we are going to get the lock and win this game. Nice victory right there. Up against the Paymaster69. What a great username right there. I'm just going to go ahead and drop down the Knight in the back if he doesn't play anything, because, dude, these people don't play any cards, man. Oh, I guess I'll drop it down. I mean, I'm kind of impatient, if you couldn't notice, or if you couldn't tell. If you couldn't notice, that's probably not English. But, okay, well, so you're going to wait for me to Knight, and then you're going to Golem first play. Great. Let's go for the Expo other lane right here and see how he has, or how he reacts to this. If he has Bomber, I'm going to instantly Skelly's it. Which it looks like he doesn't have Bomber because he's not playing it. Maybe he's just going to sack his whole tower and go like E-Barbs on the bridge or something on the Expo. He goes E-Dragon. Oh. Okay, interesting. I don't really know how to feel about that. That's fine. We get a lot of damage. I think we're fine as well. That was kind of an interesting push. As you may have noticed, I'm not going to use my Tesla on the Golem because then it's going to just give him an easy breakthrough. And I'm just going to go for the Tesla as well on top of these Skeleton Dragons and the rest of these Golemites right now. Nice. That was a really good defense to start off this game, and he honestly did not deserve to get damage for going a Golem for no reason into the night. Right there, like you couldn't play a E-Drag to back or a Dark Prince or a Skeleton Dragons or a Bar Barrel or anything normal. Yeah, I'm going to just opt to take the tower here, by the way. He's going to pump up, but you know what? All things considered, I think it's fine just taking the right-hand tower. And, dude, this pump is going to be annoying, but let's think about it, right? Like we have two options. I either rocket the pump. Did I even have rocket and cycle? I think I did. I haven't used it yet before this game. Have I? I don't think I have. I'm pretty sure I had rocket and cycle, but... yeah, either rocket the pump and don't take the tower and then he golems, or I take the tower, leave the pump, and he golems. So there's, you know, it's two options. And I think, honestly, this is the better one because I know I can defend this push if I just play really well. So let's just hopefully not get overwhelmed. If I get overwhelmed and lose my tower, this game's instantly over because once you get a two-tower situation, the game's, you're done. So he's going to Skelly Drags or E-Drag, I would assume, right here. I'm going to go Log plus Tesla. Okay, that's pretty good. And then I'm going to go for another Ice Wizard like this. He's probably going to Tornado my Ice Wizard in, I would assume, to his Skeleton Dragons. Yep, there it is, as we expected. So I'm going to go for my NATO here. Try and pull that backwards for a few seconds. Yes, we get that one ice whiz shot, which might not seem like much, but that is a crucial, very important shot right there from that one Ice Wizard, making this defense a lot easier, and I just take hardly any damage there. So let's just set up for another defense right here. We can go for the Tesla once more. I feel comfortable since we have Rocket in rotation. Like, there's no way he can necessarily break through us if he doesn't, you know, just overwhelm us with a bunch of cards, like, after I Rocket him, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go Rocket Tornado here on the Lumberjack and the Skeleton Dragons. We get that Barbarian, of course, and the Golem in there as well. So pretty good value. I'm going to go Knight up top like this. On top of that E-Drag plus the Dark Prince, and we should be in a good situation. I'm just going to let my Ice Wiz die out completely to that E-Drag as well, and that should be completely fine. Let's go for the Tesla up top, then Skellies. How was that hitting my tower from there? There's no way. That's some garbage. Okay, it didn't hit my tower the second time, so why did the E-Drag hit my tower the first time? I couldn't even explain why that happened, but anyways, nice win right there against Golem. You know, Golem first place should never work, so I'm happy we were able to actually make it not work at that time. We are up against Sodium right here. I'm just going to see if he makes the first play. Will we get somebody make the first move, or it's going to be me every time? I mean, geez, I'm usually not this bold, guys. Oh, Rascals comes down the back. That was kind of bad timing. Also, I don't want to see Rascals. I'll tell you exactly why. Every time I see Rascals, it's either Mortar or this Log Bait deck with Cannon Cart and Rocket, which is, I'd never want to face that deck in my whole life. So I'm going to go for the Tornado like this on top of the Skeleton Barrel to get the King Tower activation. It looks like it's Mortar, so that should be fine, I guess. I guess I'll Ice Wizard too. Don't really feel that good about this one. I have to Knight too, which sucks. All right, now I know we kind of are down a couple elixir right here. I'm pretty sure we're down like 4-ish. Giant Skelly. Wait, what? I don't know what he's playing. I thought it was Mortar. Maybe it's not. I have no idea now. I guess I'll just Tesla the middle and try and wait to see. It could be... oh, what the heck? That was bad timing. So it is Mortar. Mortar, but why does he have a giant skeleton? I'm so confused. I actually don't understand why he has that. Fireball, too? Okay, I need to Ice Fizz instantly here on top of that. Oh, no! The giant skelly! Oh, no. That's not on my tower. No, we're good. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I just panicked so hard. Like, I thought that was on my tower for a second. I literally NATO'd as fast as humanly possible, and I didn't even need to, but, like, bro, that was almost really, really bad. Okay, so Fireball, let's just recap his deck here. Let me get my bearings together. So, Dark Goggins, Fireball, Mortar, Giant Skeleton, Skeleton Barrel, and then Rascals is what he's played so far. Very off-meta deck. I think that's one way to word it for sure. Definitely have not seen Giant Skeleton, Rascals, Mortar. I don't think I've ever seen that combination of 3 cards in my life, so he's pretty unique in that aspect. Dark Goblin is going to be quite annoying here. Fireball also is going to cause me lots of issues, of course. Just by, like, being annoying, I guess. So he's probably going to go, you know, he does go for the Giant Skelly. So I'm going to snipe that Dark Goblin with our Tesla. That's a very important snipe right there. If I mess that up, like, things could get very sticky very quickly. You know what? Call me crazy for this, but I have an idea in my head. Let's go Knight up top. He's going to have to Rascals this, right? So I'm going to try and save my log for the Rascals and go Ice Wiz on this instead. He goes Dark Goggins. That's fine. Oh, he has Goblins, too. Log that quickly. Come on, Expo. Come on, come on, come on. Nice. Now, I know we sacrificed our Ice Wizard into that Giant Skeleton Bomb. You might be like, Hunter, what an idiot you are. You just played that even though you know it was going to die. I'm aware, but that log ended up getting us all that damage, so what was really worth it in the end, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm just talking to myself. I mean, what's wrong with me? Let's go let's go Defensive Expo right here. and see what he wants to do. Sometimes I really I really wonder why people watch me, like actually, like genuinely. But just gonna go Ice Wiz, then Tesla on top of the Mortar on the left-hand side right there. And I'm gonna be forced to NATO this, which is whatever. It doesn't really matter that much. It's only 3 elixir more, and Giant Skeleton, you cannot connect to my tower. I will not allow you to. So nice lead right here. We're up at about like 700 or something. Quick math, rough estimate. I don't know. Maybe a little bit less, a little bit more. I'm gonna go Defensive Expo right here, and then I'll probably log on top of this. I do need to be careful of using the log, because of course if I use it and then Dark Goblin just gets 1 bajillion value, then I could be in some trouble. So I'm gonna go Skellies as well right here on the Skeleton Barrel. Then I can just drop my log down low. Oh my goodness, please Giant Skeleton, I need you to go ahead and die for me. Let's Tesla. He does predict a Tesla. Oh boy. Okay, this is where things get really awkward. I think we're fine. Yeah, the Knight actually kills the Mortar, which is kind of lucky for me. I'm going to go for the Knight up top on top of that Dark Goggins. Maybe I should just let that connect to my tower, but now we can just defensive, and I'm going to give him a Fireball if he wants it this time, because him Fireballing my Expo would actually help me fully reset, and we can just, like, calm down a bit in terms of, like, maybe he won't spam me super hard the whole time. Let's go for the Tesla. Nope, I lied. He's going to spam me even harder right there. I'm going to go for the log on this Giant Skeleton, Mortar, and the Dark Goggins, of course. Pretty good value. He's going to Fireball as well. I'm just going to go ahead and drop down another defensive, and then I'm going to go Skellies to make sure the Mortar does not connect to my Expo and actually shoots the Larrys instead. And you know what? All things considered, I think we're in a pretty good situation with only a minute left in this game. Tesla's going to clean up that Skeleton Barrel as well, which is pretty good. I can just go ahead and drop down my Knight all the way back right. That rhymes. Let's go for the Ice Wiz, and I'm going to do something kind of silly and go for an offensive bow here. Now, I don't think he has any real good way to kill my Expo in cycle right now. He's going to be forced to defensive Mortar, which is really good for me. So I'm going to go for the Tesla here. Let's go Knight as well and log on top of the Goggins. 100% going to see a Rascals, yep, on that right-hand side come down, and now he's going to probably go for a Fireball on top of this if I had to make a prediction. Yes, that is exactly what I want him to do, because now he cannot pressure me. This game is over. There's no way I lose from this position, right, guys? Let's go Larry's on top of that, and then I can just go for the Knight to tank on the Dark Goggins right there, and then I can Ice Wiz the middle as well, just to be a nuisance. Let's go for an offensive bow for fun. Why not? The game's already over, and looks like he's going to concede now. So nice win right there. I feel like we played that one very well from start to finish. Very off-meta deck from the opponent, but you know what? I'm not complaining. Let's go ahead and take the tower 2 for a little bit of extra bonus points. Let's go. We'll take that. Here we go up against Thanks in this next game right here. I'm going to see what he does want to do. Ghost comes down in the back. Okay. So it could be really anything. I'm just going to cycle my log on top of that and then go for the Knight low for this Ghost. So it could be RG, it could be Bridge Spam. Got to be careful of Magic Archer. Cage comes down the middle of the map. I don't actually know. Cage plus Ghost? That's a weird combination of cards. It still could be RG. I'm going to predict RG for now. Skeleton Dragons as well. I'm just going to go ahead and set up my Tesla in the middle of the map and see how he wants to respond to this. Now, I might go for a Tornado if he RGs. Wait, what? Oh no, don't do this to me right now, Supercell. If you do not know, the first ever run I did in this GT, I literally lost the recruits 4 times. And then, yeah, basically ruined my entire run on it. So I've got a little bit of PTSD from that at the moment. And now he's got recruits, pigs, skeleton dragons, cage. Whew. Hopefully he doesn't have Fireball too, but I guess there's really no way to tell at the current moment, huh? So I'm actually going to hammer an Expo left lane. I'm really sad that we're facing recruits, if I'm honest, because every time I face recruits, I never win. So I'm going to go for the Expo on the left-hand side right now. Ghost comes down as well. Flying Machine. You have Flying Machine too? Oh, man. It's going to be a long game, guys. Everybody better buckle up for sure if we're going to have a chance in this one. Now, I'm going to tank that entire machine because it's going to make the tower damage pretty even right here. And yeah, 1882 on his. I have a couple hundred damage lead, I guess. That's pretty cool. But yeah, the one downside to recruits is that, like, even if you're defending really well, you're going to take damage. And the problem with going, like, allowing both my towers to get lower is that his damage it could come from either side because the recruits are obviously going on both lanes. Same with all of his support cards here for the most part. So, like Piggy, Skeleton, Dragons, whatnot. I still don't know if he has a spell. If he has a Fireball, we're dead. Like, there's no way I'm winning this matchup. It's impossible. So I'm hoping he has arrows so we can at least keep our Ice Wiz alive. That's what my thought process is right now. So I'm going to just go ahead and offensive bow on this left-hand lane right now and see how he does want to react to this. There's the Piggies. I'm going to go log as well. That should be good. It's Fireball. Are we serious? Okay, I'm going to grab King Tower activation if I can here with this Piggy. Yeah, we definitely can. All right, now, all things considered, it's going to take a miracle to win this game, since it is, unfortunately, a recruit's Fireball. That's really all you need to know with Flying Machine. So let me go Ice Wiz the back. He's probably going to recruits the bridge again or something. I'm going to get a Tesla down right here on top of that cage, and then I can go Skellies as well. Arrows come down. So he has arrows and Fireball in the same deck. I feel like that's kind of expensive. spells to have, but I'm just going to go for the defensive expo right here on the right-hand lane, and I'm kind of scared that he's going to rip a recruits the bridge right here. Let's go NATO like this right now, the knight up top. And I think we're chilling. That is kind of an awkward situation. Flying Machine, if we can just somehow take that off the map without it getting crazy value every time, that's like the goal here, I guess, in a way, is just trying not to let that card ruin our game. So I'm going to force out a fireball here for the, or from the opponent, rather. And then just defensive expo on top of this cage whenever it's going to walk forward. Now he goes for another machine. You know, you can tell when somebody's like really good with recruits and when they aren't, because they play like differently. I don't know how to describe it, but basically every single recruit player, and I say really good lightly because it doesn't take much, but all you have to do is recruit to the bridge and then flying machine. Like, you don't really play the flying machine by itself ever. And that's something I've noticed in terms of like the times I've ever beaten it, is like they don't protect their flying machine well at all. So I'm going to go for the Tesla here. He's going to flying machine the middle once more. Once again, I don't think that's a good play. I just missed my NATO. That's a huge sell. He's probably going to piggies here, I would assume, on top of this. I'm going to go Ice Wiz right here and then Tesla the middle of the map now to kill the flying machine. That should be decent. And I can just go ahead and drop down my log. Actually, I'm going to go log like this to get the cage in there as well. Only a minute left. We have a chance of winning this game, which is, you know, kind of good, I guess. I don't really know if we are going to have, you know, much hope going into triple. But to be fair to myself, the game is tied. So I'm kind of happy with how we played this so far. Let's go Ice Wiz plus Skellies over here and then log on top of the recruits. Another fireball on my tower this time. I mean, whatever, it's fine. I want to rocket his tower, but like, dude, I gotta wait for the right moment. Let's go for the knight like this. Maybe I should just rocket now, but I feel like that'd be too stupid. He's gonna arrows. I have to rocket pretty soon, but I'm gonna try and get a actual rocket on his cage here. Now, I think we have to Tesla first. He's going to go for these recruit the bridge. I have to rocket NATO this. There's no other play. Oh, please get the ghost. No, if we would have got the ghost in there, that would have been massive. Yeah, it might be over. Let's go for the Tesla up top right here to just distract everything, then Skellies as well. I'm going to have to go for a tornado plus log on top of these piggies as well to make sure they don't connect on my tower. That flying machine, by the way, is doing a lot of damage. Not a big fan of that. Only 10 seconds left. Wait, can I actually win this game? Hold on. Did he just lose with a hard counter? There's no way. Bro, he lost. What is he doing? I think that's enough, because he's going to fireball, but is that enough to take my tower? We win, right? There's no way. I mean, his name is Thanks. Let's give him a thanks. He just lost a 100-0 matchup. Thanks for the win. How do we just beat recruits? I don't know, but we'll take it, man. We will definitely take that. Up against Hashi Rama in this next match right here. I'm just going to go ahead and cycle my knight to back. He goes for a Zap, so Zap could be Lava, could be P.E.K.K.A, could be a lot of different archetypes, of course, but probably not a cycle deck. That's what you usually gain information-wise from an early Zap. So a Furnace comes down. I wish I had NATO. I'm actually going to cycle to it so I can instantly tornado this in. Into the knight and the Ice Wizard here. That should be pretty good. He goes for the MK at the bridge. Are we serious? The game just started, man. If I just had NATO and cycle, I could have not played my Skellies. Am I going to lose like this? I'll be so mad. Let's go log on top of the MK. He goes for a Spirit Empress at the bridge. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I'm going to Larry's up top. That should do a decent job. He also Goblins on 0. Hold on a second. We should be able to get King Tower with that. So Empress dies. I can get the King Tower activation. You know what? All things considered, that could have been a lot worse. And the fact that he is playing like that in the first 30 seconds is, well, it goes to show how this game is currently. But that all could have been avoided if I just had NATO instead of the Skellies in my rotation as the first 5 or 6 card. I don't know what card it would have been, 7th, around there somewhere. But still, not the worst start ever. We don't have to worry about this too much. Now, I'm pretty sure he has Fireball as well in this deck. This is a kind of an old meta deck, the one with Empress, Furnace. It's just bridge spam with Ram Rider, if I'm not mistaken. And Ram Rider did get a buff, so we're going to see if this deck is going to be very, very difficult to defend going forward. But also no Evos, so no Evo Furnace, you know, no Evo Ghost, no Evo MK. Those are all good signs. He does Fireball the Tesla there, which I feel like is a stupid play, but at the same time, it's probably not going to cost him hardly anything because I can't really go Expo here. I mean, it's not going to get value. It's going to just get destroyed by MK. I'm tempted to Expo anyways, but I think it's dumb, so I'm just going to wait and kind of see what he wants to do instead. So I'm going to go for the Ice Wizard back. I think the key to this matchup is going to be trying to get Ice Wizard value and not, you know, stacking our units too much to where he gets a crazy fireball. Now, I'm going to have to play very aggressive here. Since he's zapped, I'm going to go for the Expo at the bridge, and then I'm just going to go for my Tesla like this in the middle of the map, and then Knight like this for the MK, hopefully. Jump over there. Perfect. I can go log on top of the Ghost. Not too shabby. Furnace comes down. Yeah, it was kind of awkward. I mean, not the greatest defense of my Expo ever, but I don't really have the greatest ways to stop a furnace plus all that stuff at the river anyways, so I can't be too mad about it. Let's go for another offensive bow, though. I'm going to go for these skellies and then offensive instantly. I'm going to try and make this Ram Rider jump before he MKs. Come on, please. Oh, that would have been cool if we were able to get that, but unfortunately, that was not the case. I'm just going to go Knight on top of the MK right here. Ice Wizard should do a decent job of, you know, something eventually. Nope, it dies to the Fireball, but at least he Fireballed, right? So it's not the end of the world. Let's go for these skellies like this in the middle of the map. He doesn't have Fireball in rotation, so he can't really kill our Ice Wizard, I don't think. I'm going to offensive Expo again here. Now, I think this is good. I'm going to go log as well. It's going to clip the Ram Rider. Oh, nice. We get the furnace in that log, too. Can I tornado this back in time before the Ram Rider connects? We can, indeed. Come on. He's going to Spirit Empress on the ground, though, probably. Yeah, dang it. Okay, I have to Larry's. I have an idea, right? So he's low on Elixir. I'm going to go Skellies, and I'm going to instantly hit Expo their lanes. He's going to play something else on that. Yes, he's dead. That is a connection, 100%. There's no way this is not a connection. Yes. Thank you, man. So he's going to furnace. I'm just going to go ahead and cycle my log like this on top of the Fire Spirit Tesla as well to hopefully kill that furnace quickly. He goes for the Empress on the ground, so we don't get that much damage out of this. We're actually not even winning right now, which is crazy. I feel like we should definitely be up on damage at least. I'm gonna go for the Expo. He's gonna probably MK, I would assume here at some point. There it is. Wait, what is he doing? MK in the middle. I mean, you know I'm gonna tornado that, right? I think he should have assumed that at least. Let's go Knight like this on the Ghost and just really focus on protecting our Expo. I'm going to Tesla as well. I know this is crazy aggressive, but all we need to do is go Larry's to kill that MK. It's going to get full countered by my 3 towers, the Tesla and the Expo right there. And all things considered, this game is going really well now, so I don't want to jinx myself though, of course. So I'm just going to log right there. A minute left in the match, and now we are playing Clash of Clans basically, and just really focusing on not allowing him to overwhelm us. So I'm just going to go ahead and rocket on top of that Spirit Empress, and we're 100% going to see MK come down the back here, and I'm going to be ready for it. There it is. So let's go for the Knight to back. Here comes the massive push of Doom and Despair. Let's get Ice Wizard down right here, and then just drop a Tesla as well. He goes for the Ghost other lane. It's going to just be a dual lane spam, basically, is what's going to happen here. He's probably going to go for a second MK. Like, I'm not even kidding. He'll probably get back to another one. So I'm going to go log like this. Fireball comes down. Another Ram Rider 2. I'm going to go for another Tesla. He has 2 Ghosts. I mean, what's even happening right now? I don't even know how to commentate this. There's so much happening, but I need to go for my log and then Knight on top of the Spirit Empress. Okay, we take some damage, but you know what? All things considered, I'm pretty happy with how we defended that, especially because the situation was just kind of awkward. And I didn't really know what was happening, to be honest, for the last, like, 15 seconds. But, yeah, we are going to secure this victory, chuck a rocket on his tower, and then NATO and log for extra damage, because why not? And that's going to be GG's right there. Definitely had some sweaty matches so far, but we're up against Mr. in this next one. Just going to cycle my log first play. I'm just going to predict nobody's playing log bit at this point. Maybe they are, though. Who knows? I'm going to go Larry's like this right here, and then a Hog Rider comes down. I'm down for a Hog. I have not faced a Hog in a bit here, so I'm going to go for the Tornado on top of that to get the King Tower activation. Now, is it 2.6? Are we looking at Hog Firecracker? Are we looking at Hog Xe? Who knows? I actually have not faced a single Hog Xe this entire tournament either, which is, I feel like that's kind of weird, no? Because I feel like that deck was really popular when the Evo Xe was broken last season. Which it still is a pretty good card, like, but there's no Evos, obviously, so maybe the Hog Xe base deck is just not good or something, or people don't really use it very often, or only the best players with it use it. That could be the case as well, but we'll see what he does want to do right here. It's probably going to be Hog Earthquake since he does have Firecracker, so I'm just going to go for my Ice Wizard early right now, and I'm not going to play anything yet. I'm just going to wait just in case he has Lightning or something, because if he does Lightning or Tesla, we're dead. Yeah, he goes for the Lightning on top of the Ice Wizard. I'm assuming he probably thought we're going to Tesla as well, so that's pretty good value. You know what? That was 6 Elixir on an Ice Wizard. I mean, I know I did just play 6 Elixir on a Firecracker, but I feel like his aggression was a little bit more forced right there since I was aggressive first, if you will. So I'm going to go Ice Wizard as soon as I can. He's going to hog 100% right now. So I'm going to go for the Ice Wizard early. To predict that. We actually do predict it, which is massive. I'm going to Skellies as well on top of that Hog Rider. That should die. No way that swings again. No way. What? Dude, I'm telling you, these hogs are scamming me today. That should have been like a dead hog and a lot of expo damage for me right there. But it is what it is. We still get 1 Ice Wizard shot, which I guess, you know, what is the saying? Beggars can't be choosers or something, but we'll take it. This is going to be an interesting matchup. I also have taken a bunch of damage on King, so I got to be kind of careful with that and not tornado any Hog Riders. I'm losing my voice. I've been talking for so long, but yeah, like I said, no tornadoes on the King Tower anymore because we will get 3 crowned and that would be quite embarrassing. So I'm going to see what he wants to do right here. I'm going to go for the Knight at the bridge and just make sure he can't just get an easy defense off. Maybe force out a Lightning or something. I'm not really sure how to play this, to be honest, with Lightning in his deck. I think it just is kind of more awkward. So I'm going to go for the log plus the tornado here on top of the firecracker and the cannon. We get the skellies as well, and we get a small connection on tower, so not bad, I guess, right there. Not horrible, at least. Let's go ahead and drop down our Tesla and then knight to block whatever he plays at the bridge in case he tries to, you know, play a building on top. So firecracker comes down. Let me go log as well on top of that. Hog plus the firecracker and all that jazz. Not bad. I could tornado this all in together if I wanted. You know what, I'm going to here because I think that firecracker will just live infinitely if I don't, and I don't really want to deal with that. So I'm going to go for the Tesla up top right now. He could lightning on top of the tower if he wants with the ice wizard. He's going to opt to go firecracker instead, so I'm just going to go ahead and drop down my skellies like this right now, and then knight to tank for the firecracker too. He goes for his own knight, so you know what, I could actually take the rocket on that. Firecracker because it's going to bounce back a few times and then, you know, be in radius of the rocket. So not too shabby at all. I'm going to go log right here. Oh, shoot, I got a shot off. That sucks. It's okay, though. Not too much damage, I guess. And like I said, no more tornadoes to King Tower, at least not for the time being because we do not want to choke this match. So he does go for the knight the middle. We have a decent start right here. There's really no way I can lose this game if I make no mistakes from this point on. And I know that sounds like kind of arrogant or something, but it's just the truth. If I don't do any errors, we should be fine. So log's going to take out nothing, apparently, unfortunately. He might go for the hog rider here at the bridge. So I'm just going to go for the prenatal like this to kind of pull things back. Skellies as well to tank for that knight and the firecrackers blast too. And now we're probably going to see a hog, so I'm going to pre-drop my Tesla here and log as well on top of that firecracker, and then I can just go for the ice wizard on top of this firecracker once it gets a bit further closer to the bridge. Let's drop that down right now and see how he plays this. He goes for the hog at the bridge. Okay, so I'm going to go Larry's as well. He's probably going to lightning, I would assume. I'm going to go NATO like this to be safe, because if I don't NATO, I'm pretty sure that hog is unfortunately getting that one hit, and I cannot afford that right now. He does have this firecracker just sitting here at 1 HP, which is quite the nuisance. Should I just like pre-rocket? Now I'm going to go for the Tesla here instead. He's going to lightning this, so I'm going to pre-knight to kite this back. Maybe? No lightning? What? Okay, now he's going to lightning, obviously, for the hog rider to hopefully break through for him, but I can just go NATO like this right now, and then last second log to make sure that hog does not connect. And then 40 seconds left. This is where things can get really sketchy. I'm going to go knight like this right here. Firecracker is going to be annoying, but also I don't think it's going to get that much value. I can just log it off the map too to make sure it dies. And he's going to go for another hog rider soon. Yep, there it is. So I'm just going to get another ice whiz down. And really, there's no way this is breaking through. We have so much on the map right now that just is like not doing anything. So let me go for the rocket like this. And 20 seconds left. All I need to do is defend for the next 15 seconds or so. Let's go for the Tesla here. Skellies to block the bridge. And yeah, as long as no hog or firecracker hits my tower, we are absolutely chilling. So I'm going to go knight first. Let's go for the rocket last second here, and then log plus tornado for the extra chip damage. Not that we really need that, but, you know, it's always nice to win by a few more damage just to make it feel like you had a more safe ending, even though sometimes they can be really close. But yeah, nice win right there. Pretty good matchup as well, as long as we don't make any mistakes, and we played that one fairly decently. One more win for 25. Let's get it. Up against Sarek in this next match right here, we're going to see what he's going to be rocking. I'm going to play the first play if he doesn't do anything. So bats come down. Bats could be a cycle deck probably, or maybe I don't know, elixir golem or something random. A mini P.E.K.K.A comes down, so giant Sparky comes to mind immediately here. I'm actually pretty sure it is because of those two first cards. So I'm gonna go Larry's like this at the bridge. Oh, my AirPods are about to die. Oh no, I gotta plug those in here soon. But I guess this is probably gonna be the last game of the video. If I can actually win this match, that'd be pretty epic. So log on top of the mini P.E.K.K.A. It looks like it is going to be the giant Sparky deck, which, you know what, great matchup here. I'm very happy with this matchup. Depending on the spells and all that stuff. Like, if he has a random fireball or a lightning, then things could change for sure. But hopefully it's not either of those, and it's just like the normal Sparky decks that usually don't have a big spell in them. And that would make my Ice Wizard basically the goat of this match, if that's the case. So Mother Witch is going to die to my Ice Wizard plus the Knight, which is good for me. Mini P.E.K.K.A does come down, so I'm going to go for these Skellies like this. I'm forced to go for a log and also a tornado here. He does go for the zap, so I feel less bad about having to kind of sacrifice my tornado right there to pull that Mini P.E.K.K.A. Now, Askarmi, oh man, you know what? I'm going to offensive bow. He's going to giant this. I'm aware of that, but like, think about his elixir bar right now. He's probably on about 2 to 3, kind of like me right here. That rhymes again. Wow, I'm cooking. Let's go for the Ice Wiz then. Let's also go Larry's like this as soon as I can to be a nuisance. And what does he have in cycle for this? That is the question of the day. Arrows come down. Hold on a second. Let me go log as well. Can we get that giant to die, please? Yes, we can indeed. And that was all worth it in the end. We get that couple hundred of expo damage. And you know what? That's probably enough damage to win us this game if I just play smart. from this point on. Not saying I will play smart, but, if I played smart hypothetically, that probably would be enough to win this match. So almost in double already, which is going to be super helpful. I think defending in double is so easy against Sparky compared to single. Single, you can get kind of cheesed by cards like Mini P.E.K.K.A.s, Mother Witches like this guy has, even Evo Bats when, there's actually evolutions. So I'm going to go offensive bow again. Why not? Let's just get aggressive here. I would like a nice rocket potentially on top of both of these. I guess I'll Ice Wiz first and see what he wants to play. Sparky comes down. Wait, can I rocket tornado this in time, or is going to shoot? Let's go for the rocket like this. Let's also go NATO. No way. No way. Do it. Oh, beautiful lock right there. Wow. I thought that Sparky was going to shoot, but it did not end up doing it, which is kind of hilarious. Let me go Skellies to keep our Expo alive. Oh my gosh. Maximum damage as well. And things honestly could not be going better right now in this match specifically. So let me go Knight the back. 30 seconds left in regulation. Wow. I mean, this is probably the best matchup we could have asked for. Let's go ahead and drop down the Ice Wizard here. The only card that really causes us issues is the Mother Witch, but I mean, as long as we don't let that card get infinite piggies rather, then we should be okay. So I'm gonna actually go for the Tornado instantly on top of this Mother Witch, try and catch him off guard and kill that Mother Witch before he protects it, which he does not expect that time. So that is a play you've got to be careful doing, because usually once you do that play one time, they expect it the next time, and then you can mess up and all that jazz. But I'm gonna go Ice Wizard right here on top of that swarm of whatever you want to call that, and then rocket on top of the Sparky instantly. And yeah, all things considered, things are looking well, but it's not over. I'm gonna go NATO again, try and catch him off guard, and then let's go ahead and wait to see what he does. Yeah, so this is what I mean. Now he knows I'm gonna NATO, so he goes Mini P.E.K.K.A. as well. So I'm gonna go log like this and then Skellies, and that should be easy defense right there. But yeah, all things considered, I don't think he's breaking through if I don't make an error. So we're looking good. No Sparkies can connect to our tower, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So let me go Defensive Expo once more. And this game is going to be kind of similar to some other ones in the fact that I don't need damage. We're just going to kind of chill and let him come to me. And as long as we don't let his units get crazy value, we shouldn't have any problems. Rather, I can't speak anymore. My voice is cooked. But let me go for the Tesla here on top of the Giant plus the Mini P.E.K.K.A. on this left-hand side. Arrows does come down. I'm going to go for these Skellies like this right here, and I'm also going to Tornado everything in together to kill the bats and pull that Mother Witch in as well. So 1 minute and 5 seconds left. Mother Witch does come down the back left. Okay, so as long as we just don't allow him to build some massive horde of piggies, we should be good with that Mother Witch. Let's go Ice Wiz the back. I'm not going to actually overspin too much on it. He does go for the Mini P.E.K.K.A. in the back. That's fine with me. Let me go Tesla early, and then I'm just going to go ahead and cycle my Larrys kind of early as well. A Sparky comes down. I'm going to rocket that instantly. No messing around with that card. I've learned my lesson from losing to that card beforehand, and I'm not going to make that same mistake again. So yeah, it's pretty much GG's. I'm assuming he'll probably give up here after that Mother Witch was kind of what's the right word? Useless, maybe, and got killed instantly. Now, he's still playing the game. I mean, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Maybe I'll DC or something, but this one is pretty much over. Let's go for the Tesla here, and then we can go for the log as well. I'm going to log the Skarmy, actually, instead of that, and then Ice Wiz on top of the Mother Witch. Mini P.E.K.K.A. comes down. I can just Larry's on top of that, and we can go Knight as well, I guess, for fun. Why not? And hopefully he's going to concede the match now, question mark. Yay, he's going to give up, so we're going to rocket on top of that, and I hope you guys did enjoy this longer Ice Bow video. We got to 25 wins. Let's celebrate. Anyways, enjoy the Butch clip and have a good rest of your day. I love you all. Have a good one. And yeah, peace.